into my kitchen. I don't know what the signal's going to be like, so I'm trying to move the camera into this position today. So fingers crossed it's working and you can hear me. So welcome, it's Hat Saturday. The theme is afternoon treats. We've got 9 hours starting from now of broadcasts, and these are all designed around afternoon treats. So let me know in the chat, what is your favourite afternoon treat? It might be something you go to, it might be a place you go to, a cafe. Anything that you love to do in an afternoon, let us know in the chat. Okay, so welcome. If you're new to watching me, I'm live on haps.tv. So please share this broadcast, and you can send awards. You can make sure you subscribe to my channel as well as all the other amazing broadcasters. Next up after me, we have Melanie Fay from Boston in England, not far down the road. We then have Jay Opera in Branson, Missouri. We also have then Brenda in Ohio, and we've got Gemma from Leeds. We have the amazing Thomas. Thomas is going to be cooking with us as well today, which is amazing. Then we're going to have a little bit of a break for about 2 hours, okay? And then we're back on with some more broadcasters. I feel like I've forgotten the names already. I haven't. I only seem to look at the first half, and then I'm like, okay, the next one. Then I go to bed, you see. So anyway, let's see who's in the chat. Hello, Missy. Good to see you. We've got lots of Rick's in the house as well. Now I need to get started on this because I don't have a lot of time. So hopefully you like the hat. This hat was a present from Caroline. She sent it to me, and this here, you can read what it says. May the forks be with you. This was a gift from Melanie as well. So thank you to both Caroline and Melanie. If you ever want to send any gifts, just get in touch, and I will happily show you on my broadcast. So let's get started then. So what I'm going to be making for you today, we're going to do an easy shortbread recipe. It's shortbread biscuits. Okay, this was a recipe me and Anne were going to do. We never got round to it, and I thought it's a nice afternoon treat. I also have these. I'm going to put on right now because I'm going to put these in the oven. These are what I love to have in an afternoon treat. These are sausage and bean melts. So these are going to go in the oven because they're frozen for about 30 minutes. So in about half an hour they should be done. So I'm going to pop these into the oven right now. These are what we kind of get from Greg. We're also going to have some afternoon tea, of course. Got my look, got my teapot here, the Yorkshire tea. This is my favourite type of tea. So let me know what your type of tea is. So let's pop these in. So these start to cook. Bear with me a second. Try not to burn myself. So let me know how your day is going so far. I have felt like this day has. I've been waiting for this moment all day. So there's 2 here. Look, I'm going to pop these into the oven, onto a tray. So bear with me a second, everyone. And then these need to go in. I don't need to put anything on them because these are one of my favourite afternoon treats. Is a sort of Greg style pasty. So I'm going to pop them in the oven. Okay. Let's get starting with the shortbread. So I'm also going to be making a club sandwich for you as well. So it's an egg mayonnaise club sandwich. So we're going to do that as well. So this shouldn't take too long. I'm going to spin you down because I hope I won't get a good signal otherwise. Let me know how the signal is in the chat. Okay, so what we're going to do first of all then is we're going to pop the oven on. That's fine. 170 degrees Celsius. If you've got a fan oven, use 150. Okay, and we need some flour, 150 grams of plain flour. So we're going to add that into our bowl. Okay, 150 grams plain flour. Let me just take my hat off just a second because the reason why I've got the camera here is because I have neighbours who, if they see that I'm filming, they'll think that I'm filming them when I'm not. So 30 minutes for them. Okay, I've already boiled my eggs as well, so that's for the sandwich. So if you're doing that, make sure you boil. You can get some eggs on now if you want to. Okay, so we've got 150 grams of plain flour. Now I need 100 grams of butter. So I'm not going to use butter, I'm going to use margarine. So I've not weighed this out because with the butter, it's not something that I do straight away. So let's pop these in. So let's weigh this out. We'll need one moment, guys. So don't forget we've got the fabulous Melanie who's coming up next. So let me just, scales are a bit off, 1 second. Just set that to 0. I've heard that metric is coming back to the UK soon, so I'm going to have to get used to measurements in regards to ounces and pounds. So that's 64. So it's really easy to recipe this. 74. All it is 3 ingredients, but then once these have, well, we need to actually put the dough into the fridge. That's why I'm cracking on with it as soon, as quickly as possible, and then we'll do the club sandwich afterwards. So let's pop it in the fridge. Hide that away. Okay. You never stop using it, no. There's a whole generation who don't know, wouldn't have a clue of how to work the measurements out. So we've got flour in there. We're going to add some. It needs to be chilled, so we're going to add the butter, and then we're going to add in some. So it's 100 grams of butter or margarine, 150 grams of plain flour, and then we're going to add in some 50 grams of caster sugar. Okay, that's all it is for shortbread. Okay, and then all it says to do is use your hands and get in there with your fingers. So you want to make some like a shortbread mixture. So just mix it all in with your hands. Okay, hope you can see that all right. Let me know how the signal is out of 10, guys. And don't forget to share your people's broadcast today if you can do, which would be brilliant. Okay, so just mix that in. Flour, butter or margarine, and caster sugar. And it needs to be quite sticky, because then what we're going to do, once this is brought together to make the dough, or the breadcrumbs, we're going to squeeze it to make a dough, and then we're going to put it in the fridge. But we need to make our biscuits first, so our shapes first, and then put it in the fridge for about 15 to 20 minutes. So that'll give me time to do the sandwich, okay? And then they can go in the oven for about 20 minutes, so I've really got to speed things up. It's really coming together already, though. It's really coming together. So just create breadcrumbs. It's quite a sticky dough already. Oh, that's good, Melanie. I'm glad about that. Well, I should also mention as well, I've not told you, well, some of you already know, but it's the official announcement for next month's Haps Saturday, because it's going to be on the 30th of October. 30th of October. The theme is going to be Harvest or Halloween, or you could merge the two together if you wanted to. So there's not actually quite a lot. There's not a lot of dough here compared to. It's actually already coming together. So you want to make breadcrumbs, but it will stick together just like that. Okay, so that's our basic shortbread. Okay, really easy. I think because I used margarine instead of butter, I might add a little bit. Actually, that's not too bad. So what we want to do is we're going to roll this out onto a board. I'm going to put a little bit of flour on here, just so it doesn't. Actually, that's not too bad, just so it doesn't stick. So that's our shortbread. Really, really easy. You can pop that in the fridge if you want to, and then roll it out. But what I'm going to do is roll it out now and make my fingers, or whatever shape you want them to be, and then just pop them in the fridge on a plate or something like that. So really, really easy. But the biggest mistake people make when it comes to any dough is a lot of people don't freeze it, and that's what makes the problem. So just put a little bit of. Can you see that okay, guys? You can see it all right, can't you? Just not too much, because I don't know what this is going to be like. So basic shortbread like that. We're going to get a rolling pin. That's a perfect dough, though. So in Canada, Rick says we use either Imperial or SI. I think I've heard of SI before. Okay, so we're just going to take some flour, put it on your board, not too much, and then we're going to roll this out. And they need to be about 1/2 centimetre thick. So 1/2 centimetre thick. So now if you get some parchment and a little tray, whatever you're using, I'm not going to be able to put that straight into the fridge. I'm going to have to put it onto put it on a plate. So once you've done your fingers, put it on a plate, put the parchment on there so you can easily lift them and put them onto the tray. So what I'm going to do is you want to cut them into fingers, so whatever size you want. So take your knife, so you can let's make some fingers. So depending on how big you want them, just go down the middle. If you've got a ruler, use a ruler, depending on how many you want. I'm going to make them quite, they can be any size, but if you're going to dip them in chocolate, which I'm going to do, make them quite big. So you want good size. They're not going to be even. So that's the sort of finger you want. Now we're going to put them on a, well actually before we do that, we need to get a fork and we need to put little imprints. So I'll just show you, that's what it looks like, guys. That's our shortbread. Okay, and we're just going to put little marks in them. It's really quick, so they're not going to be perfect, but they're going to get eaten. So, and then we can decorate them with any toppings or anything that you want on them. So now Bill's probably watching me with close eyes because shortbread is more famous in Scotland, so they're not going to be the best. But I like mine to be quite big. You can make them any shape you want though, any shape you want. So I'm putting them onto a plate. Might not be able to see this just yet. And then I need to put them in the fridge. That's the trick. So I'm just going to make that one a bit smaller. Make little small ones. And then easily I can transfer this to the baking tray. I don't think I've missed anything. You don't need to knead the mixture or anything like that. So the sooner I get these in the fridge, the better. And I'll just show you how they look. Make one. Okay, can you see that, guys? So that's how they look. Hello, Jay. Good to see you. So Jay's coming on in 2 hours time. So that's the shortbread. We're going to pop this into the fridge, and they need to go in there for about 20 minutes, okay? Or 15 to 20 minutes. So let's get them in. Okay. So that is the shortbread done. Hi, Jess. Good to see you. So what I'm going to just do is quickly wash down my surface whilst. So in the oven we've got our pasties, so they're cooking. We've just done the shortbread, Jess. So I've just had to put them in the fridge to firm up a little bit. But I'm going to show you how to do an egg club sandwich. Okay. That's what we're going to do as part of our afternoon treat, afternoon tea, and then we will make the tea as well. Okay, so pop that to one side. So what time are we on now? 1/4 past. So by 1/2 we should have both the pasties done, and we should have the sandwiches done as well. And then we just have to wait for we'll then do some chocolate, melt some chocolate down as well. Okay, so let me just put this flour away. A second, guys. Okay, I've not got any facts for you, anything like that today, unfortunately. So, okay, so egg club sandwich. We're going to need 2 eggs. This is for 1 person. So I've decided I'm done 4 eggs. So we need to mash this up. So mash your eggs up. Okay. So just cut into the eggs. Hopefully you can see this all right. Now I actually cook these eggs in the toaster. I used the water to steam the eggs. Can you all see that, everyone? Look at the colour of them. So then what I did was I let them cool down and I put them in some cold water. Okay. So just mash these up or cut them up. This is going to be our filling. Now, the thing with the club sandwich is it's going to be over 3 layers. So it's going to be 3 layers, but we need to make sure the toast is not hot. So take your bread, put it in the toaster. If I can get into my bread 1 second. That'll be a second, everyone. They have these little yellow stickers on the on the bags and I can't get into it. Okay. So do your toast first and then let it cool down. Oops. So let me know in the chat if you like your. Do you like toasted bread or just normal bread? So let me know in the chat. Do you like toasted bread or normal bread? Like non-toasted bread. Should have made bread, shouldn't I? So we're just cutting up these eggs, and what we're going to do, make it really small. Now I don't have any cress, unfortunately, so I would have had some cress with this, but I do have some mixed herbs I could add to it, I suppose. So put all that up. So by half an hour, in 15 minutes, we'll put the shortbread into the oven. Shortbread doesn't take long in the oven to cook at all. You can't really see this, can you? So there's the egg. You can taste it. Yeah. We're going to add a little bit of salt and pepper. So a bit of salt. I don't have much pepper left. A bit of pepper. Okay, we're going to add some mayonnaise. Some mayonnaise, if I can find it. It's right in front of me. Now, the recipe actually calls for 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. So that is what we will use. 2 tablespoons. But I think that's just for one person, so let's grab a spoon. Okay, so we're going to add, this is mayonnaise we're using. This is Bramwell's light mayonnaise, but there are other brands available. So I'm going to add 2 tablespoons. Actually, I'm going to put 3 in because I use more eggs. So we'll put 3 in. There we go. And we're just going to mix that in. Just like an egg mayonnaise sandwich, really. So Jay likes normally toasted or broiled, but for tea sandwiches, I like soft pillowy bread. The nice light soft bread. Yeah, I'm kind of doing like a 3-layer sandwich, club sandwich, which I don't really do, that honest. I don't do it that often, but it is a treat. That's why I thought, let's do this one. So just mash that up. Quite a lot of mayonnaise there. Now, for this recipe, we're also going to need some tomato, lettuce, ham and cheese, and we need 3 slices of bread. I need to put another layer on this. So I am doing this. I'm doing 2 not 2 versions, but 2 of the same. Oh, that's so good. So tonight also we have Jeff. Jeff's Journey will be broadcasting for us as well. We've got Daniel in Canada, and we also have DDK as well. I feel like I'm missing somebody. Who am I missing? I'm missing somebody off the list. Oh, Darby, sorry. I do apologise, Darby. Darby, of course. Darby will be live as well. So mix all that up. So we're going to put that to one side. Okay. And we're going to get our toast. So this needs to cool down first. So we're using wholemeal seeded loaf. It's called Specially Selected Ancient Grains Farmhouse. So in this we have packed with spelt flakes, sprouted rye, kibbled rye, malted wheat flakes, and quinoa. And it's packed with 15% grain seed. Okay, so this is the bread that we're using, and it's wholemeal. Oh, and Gemma. I said Gemma. Yeah, I said Gemma as well before, and Thomas. So that's after the break. So we have 2 hours break, and then that's after Thomas. Okay, so we're just going to let that cool down. Let me put another slice of bread on. Okay, do my other side as well. Okay, so to make this, we're going to need time. I'm just checking the time. I can't remember how to do this. So can you all see this? Hello, Brenda. How are you doing? I'm just trying to think. We need a little bit of butter. So we're going to start with a bit of butter. Okay, so we're going to do one of the club sandwiches. Let me find the butter. So a little bit of butter on here. So we start off with a layer of butter, okay? Layer of butter. We need some lettuce. Let's get some lettuce and the tomatoes. So, tomatoes. Get some lettuce out. I've got the lettuce. Oh, thank you very much. I'm just going to take this and cut this in. I don't want to be doing quite a lot of lettuce, so I'm just going to take off what I need. So, take off a layer. That's the parcel, isn't it? So take off a layer and we'll chop that up. Take off another layer. Okay, I don't need loads. Pop that back in the fridge. Okay, so we're just going to chop this into strips. Okay. Oh, thank you so much, Melanie. Thank you, everyone, for the awards. Please support your broadcasters today because they've taken the time out to broadcast for us all. Okay, so we've got our lettuce. Oh, we've got our toasted bread. So what we're going to do then, first of all, is we're going to add some lettuce. We'll put some lettuce on there first. Okay, I can't remember the exact way to do this. And then we're going to take our next layer. Actually, we'll put some tomatoes on there as well. Oops. I want the toast to 5 minutes, and we'll put the shortbread in. So I don't know if you can see this very well. So we've got our butter, we've got our lettuce. We're going to cut up some tomatoes or tomatoes. Tomato, 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 tomato. So you can have them as thin little slices. So I'm going to pop them on. And remember, you can just pack as much as you want into your sandwich. So put the tomatoes on. You'll see that, everyone. And then we're going to take our next layer of bread. So we're going to pop that onto the top. Okay. We're going to add our egg mayonnaise. I think should have gone on the bottom really, but it doesn't matter. We'll put the egg mayonnaise mixture on here. Yeah. More. I might be able to flip this over actually, and we'll do it on the bottom. So we've got another slice of bread. Ham. We need some ham. We're going to take some ham. I've got some British cooked ham here. Oh, it is a bit, isn't it? Yeah. Thanks, Carrie. I thought my it's these trousers. So these shorts. Right, I'm going to pop some ham on. But let's just turn this over. Actually, I'm just going to pop that on a second and flip it up. So imagine that's on the top. Oh my God, this looks so good. I'm going to put the ham on that one actually instead. So I'm going to put a layer of ham on there. We're going to be doing this again, so I'll hopefully be better this time. And then we're going to put some cheese on here as well. So let's get some cheese. Sorry about that. Want to see that, do you? So I'm going to take my cheese and I'm going to use my cheese grater. So just cut or break some cheese off. Oh dear, I know. You know what I'm like in this kitchen. I don't have a lot of space, so I'm gonna go for. Now you can either put layers of cheese on or put grated cheese. With the ham. So I'm just gonna put a layer of ham on here. Not ham, cheese.